So there's a brand new dinosaur movie coming out next month called The End of Oak Street, and it looks really cool and seems to have lots of potential. Like a movie about a neighborhood supposedly being transported to a prehistoric world by some unknown supernatural force sounds very interesting. Hopefully it's better than the Jurassic World sequels. But there's been something on my mind about this film recently that I'd kind of like to get off my chest in this short little commentary video, and that is, what exact time periods does the end of Oak Street actually take place in? Is it set in one particular prehistoric time period, or is it just another melting pot of many different time periods, just like every other piece of prehistory media out there? Let's start the theorising off by of course talking about the stars of the show, the dinosaurs. As some of you may know, we have gotten many glimpses of the dinosaurs that will be in the film in every piece of marketing to promote it, one of the most popular being the confirmed Allosaurus, who, judging by how much it's appeared in the promotional material, I have a very strong feeling that the Allosaurus could be the film's main dinosaur villain, quote unquote. And as we also know, the Allosaurus is indeed a theropod that lived in the Jurassic period, and speaking of which, we also get a teeny tiny little glimpse of what appears to be a Stegosaurus, another Jurassic period dinosaur that indeed lived with Allosaurus. By the way, I really hope there's a scene in the film where the Stegosaurus saves the family by stabbing its Thagomizer in the Allosaurus's member, just like that one actual fossil. Also, I just want to point out this mystery dinosaur right here. I've seen some people speculate that this could be a potential Ankylosaurus, but looking at the end of its tail, it has what appears to be a Stegosaurus Thagomizer, so maybe this could be another Stegosaurus, or maybe even an Ankylosaurus, but we'll have to wait and see once the film hits theatres. Next up, we have this large raptor-like theropods that was also marketed heavily for the film. Now, there have been many assumptions as to what this creature may be. There are some people who claim that this could be a Coelophysis, mostly in the snout shape, the long neck and leg shape, but I don't think I fully buy that, as it is of course relatively oversized, whereas Coelophysis was a little bit smaller than that. For me personally, I have a very small feeling that this guy could be Ornitholestes, another Jurassic period theropod, or perhaps maybe even a Deinonychus or something like that. Again, we'll just have to wait until the film fully confirms that. Then we have some pterosaurs right here, and judging from the bulbous shape on the end of their beaks, I think they very well could be Tropiognathus, even though they do have a relatively long tail, whereas Tropiognathus have much shorter tails, but either way, they still look pretty cool. And you know what? Screw it. I think I'm just going to speed run through the rest of the confirmed creatures, just to save time and not waste any more of it. A confirmed Spinosaurus, an oddly feathered sauropod, this baby dinosaur that could be a juvenile version of the dromaeosaur-like creature from before, and even two non-dinosaurs, such as this crocodilian that could either be Dinosuchus or Pristochampsus, and this large prehistoric turtle who kind of reminds me of an alligator snapping turtle. And yeah, that's basically all about it for the confirmed prehistoric creatures that are going to be in the end of Oak Street. So now that we've covered all of the creatures that have been confirmed to be in the movie, let's try and see what type of prehistoric setting the film's going for really is. To be honest, I first thought that the film was going to take place in the Jurassic period, as we have mostly seen Jurassic period dinosaurs, like the Allosaurus and the Stegosaurus for instance. I've also mentioned how the raptor-like dinosaur could potentially be an Ornitholestes, and now that I'm thinking about it, the pterosaurs could also possibly be Ramphorhynchus, another prehistoric creature from the Jurassic period, and who knows, maybe the sauropod could actually be an Apatosaurus, as they were in the late Jurassic too. But after seeing some more creatures like the Spinosaurus and the rumours about the supposed Ankylosaurus, it's kind of confirming that's not actually the case, and that it's instead just going to be a mixture of different prehistoric time periods. And this is actually a problem that's common with a lot of dinosaur media, where you have dinosaurs from different time periods living side by side, and even some other prehistoric creatures living with dinosaurs before and after them. Like, take the Rite of Spring for example, you have creatures like Dimetrodon living alongside dinosaurs, even though Dimetrodon went extinct before dinosaurs even showed up in the first place. Hell, here's a fun fact, Dimetrodon isn't even a dinosaur, it's actually a prehistoric synapsid that just has an unusual reptilian appearance. And then there's Ice Age 3 Dawn of the Dinosaurs. You have Kentrosaurus standing next to Iguanodon and Pachycephalosaurus, even though Kentrosaurus disappeared before Iguanodon and Pachycephalosaurus existed. I could go on and on about more dinosaur media that have melting pots of different time periods, but I think you get the idea. But I do still want to point out the fact that people have been claiming the crocodilian to be Pristochampsus, because Pristochampsus never even lived with the dinosaurs. It lived in the Eocene epoch, if that's how you pronounce it, of the Paleogene period, which was after all the dinosaurs died out. So I do kind of feel like the end of Oak Street will fall into that same melting pot trap like all other paleo media. Although, there is one personal theory that I have about everything I just mentioned. So there's this part in one of the trailers where Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor come across a large bright portal in a random living room, and I actually have a little theory about this portal. While there's no 100% proof of this yet, and I do not think I'll be correct about this, I think that this is most likely a type of portal that brings dinosaurs from different time periods together. Maybe we could see more of these in the film, and we could see some prehistoric creatures coming out of them, kinda like the anomalies from Primeval. Again, there's no solid evidence from the filmmakers to back this up yet, and you are completely free to disagree with me on this. Maybe this also just could be a portal which leads them back home, away from the prehistoric world. Right now, this is all just a theory.
A film theory.
Anyways guys, I think that's just about all I have to say. Now I know I've done a lot of nitpicking in this video, but aside from that, I'm still really looking forward to seeing The End of Oak Street in theatres this August. It's so refreshing seeing a whole new original dinosaur film being made in the 2020s that isn't another damn Jurassic World sequel, as it actually has a rather unique and interesting concept, and features some particularly underrated dinosaurs, which I honestly really respect the filmmakers for doing. Again though, we'll just have to wait and see what the movie actually confirms these creatures to be. Until then, everything I just talked about is all up for speculation. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.